How goes the family? Welcome back to Larry's Anything Goes. Hopefully, you guys are having a great and exceptional day. Um, so, I wanted to talk about the one thing that can kill a lot of dreams and even kills people mentally, physically, and spiritually: fear and doubt. Now, this comes a lot of times because of either the amount of media or the music that you consume. That's why a lot of music today, uh, the music of yesterday and the music of today, and the movies of yesterday and movies of today can be very poisonous and things of that nature. Even certain television shows can be very poisonous because of the messages that they put out. Because no matter, like I've said this 1,000 times, no matter when it comes to music, when it comes to media, when it comes to content, there's an agenda behind everything in life and whatnot. Like just, no matter where you live at, there's an agenda. No matter what government you live under, no matter what company you work for, there's an agenda behind everything. Does that mean there's anything wrong with that? Absolutely not. But there's an agenda behind everything. It's just what it is. Um, and the thing is, at the end of the day, doubt and fear kills a lot of dreams. But one thing that can even intensify that is the fact that your circle matters. And I've said that a bunch of times. I haven't hit on that a lot lately, but your circle really matters. Meaning that if you are an overly ambitious person, if you are a overly positive person, but you're always associated with a person, and I'm guilty of this myself, that always sees something through a negative lens, always has a woe is me mentality, always has a dry begging mentality, only wants to talk to you when something bad is happening in their life, but never wants to talk to you when something good is going on in their life, or when they're privy to some good information, they don't really want to share it with you. Those are the kind of people, in my personal opinion, I'm not telling people what to do, but this is what I do, that you want to cut out of your life, because negativity can kill, maybe not kill you physically, but it can definitely kill you mentally if someone's always coming at a state something in a negative mindset. I mean, you see the shirt I've got on that says I don't do drama, behind it says I do business. So um a lot of times it's funny when I'm walking in public and people see this shirt, a lot of times like, yeah, I feel you on that one. And that's why I'm like, if you're a person that's in my life or wants to be in my life, and you're always bringing negativity to my world, you're not going to be in my life much longer. Family, friends, doesn't matter. If it's always negativity, if it's nothing on a positive level, it's not even anything on an uplifting level to it can help advance and whatnot, you're kind of a waste of space in my life. You're everyone has real estate in their life, and you allow, as far as if you consider yourself the captain of your ship, then you allow the people that are going to be on your ship to remain there. Now, when it comes to business situations and job situations, yeah, you have to be in a certain atmosphere and be around a certain amount of people that you might not be comfortable with or even want to be around. Because to me, one of the biggest blessings of the pandemic is, with a lot of people staying at home, the smart ones took that extra time to do something useful and productive with the time, and the basic people took that time to play more video games and to watch movies. It's just what it is. So some people, like I said, if I 1,000 times of people talking about what can I see on Instagram, I mean, what can I not see on Instagram, what can I give me some good Hulu shows or Netflix shows and whatnot to watch, but not trying to open up a book or listen to a podcast or anything of that nature. Um, because we live in the height of the information age, and we had 20 basically the beginning of 2020 gave people the opportunity to get access to more and more information because they had more and more time on their hands, so they could reevaluate their life and see how they really want to move forward with their life. But a lot of people have a comfort zone mentality, and with that comfort zone mentality, that's why you shouldn't always. I implore everyone to never share your dream with everyone. I implore everyone to never share your goals with everyone. Like, it's one thing to go on social media and see when somebody has accomplished something, to share it then after it's been done. But I implore everyone to not always share what you're trying to do, because when you do that, you're always going to have your naysayers and your haters, your trollers, whatever have you. You're always going to have those people in your life that are going to tell you you can't do something, or that's expensive, And when you're trying to step up in life, a lot of times you can't worry about the cost unless you just don't flat out just don't have it. But if you do have it and you can do it, and you want to do something bigger and better than where you're at currently, then some sort of sacrifice has to be made. You go to college, you make a sacrifice. You go to the military, you make a sacrifice. You have a family, you make a sacrifice. So I don't understand why people don't think that they shouldn't have to make sacrifices when it comes to changing the trajectory of their lives outside of those categories I just stated. You know, so that's why you should not. The best way to kill yourself mentally is to share your dreams with negative people. The best way to kill yourself mentally is to allow small minds to place judgment on your life. Because my mindset is this. Nipsey Hussle said this, and I'm gonna add on to what he said. Nipsey, rest his soul. Nipsey Hussle said, if you got a circle of people that do not inspire you, then I'm paraphrasing. Then you basically you're in a prison. You're in a jail cell. If you're around a bunch of people that do not inspire you, you're in a jail cell. And that's why I say, with the pandemic, people had an opportunity to actually be in a position to where they didn't have to be around small-minded people. If they, a lot of people before the pandemic were like, man, this job pays me good. I'm getting good skill sets off this job, but I hate being here. I can't stand being around these people because this is the end of the line for them. There's no growth for them outside of this building or whatnot. Pandemic happened. A lot of people had to start working from home. So a lot of people had a little bit more time on their hands. A lot of and the ones that was like, hey, I don't really want to go back to the office, made a game plan. I remember making a video a month ago about a gentleman in Bethesda, Maryland, was like, hey man, I'm gonna take a pay cut because I don't want to go back to work. His job said, you got to come back to work. He's like, all right, well, I'm gonna find me another job that allows me to keep the lifestyle that I had within the last year of this pandemic. And he found one. He found a remote job that pays less, but he's happier. He says, money's not everything. And I agree with that, because you could have all the money in the world, but if the lifestyle you have means you got to be stuck in places that you don't want to be, then you're not really rich. You're not really making money unless you're looking at the situation as a temporary situation. You're like, okay, I'm going to use this money below my means so that I can acquire more assets or start a business or whatever have you. There's a plan, then it's different, But a lot of people just live day to day. They're not thinking generational wealth. They're not thinking outside the box. You have a lot of people that are so pig-headed that they think they know everything, that they can't acquire new information. Those are the ones I really don't care to be around, because I know I can learn something new every freaking day. That's why I read books. That's why I listen to podcasts, etc. and so forth. But moral of the story is, the best way to avoid killing yourself mentally is to never share your dreams with small-minded people. Because the thing is, it's not to say you can't get advice from people that are not living the lifestyle that you want to live. But when it comes to the lifestyle you want to live, you need to be getting the advice. And I'm guilty of this myself. I make sure that I'm getting the advice of people that are where I want to be, or even trying to get where I want to be, that understand that that this is, where we're at. Okay, you're in the six figures club, but are you happy? Do you want to grow from there? I'm of the mindset of the people like, hey, are you trying to grow, or are you trying to stay stagnated? If you're trying to stay stagnated, we don't have much in common. I don't think I'm better than you, but we don't have anything in common. If you want to make basic moves, that's fine. That's been done before in my family, so I'm not impressed by that. But if you're trying to make bigger moves and whatnot, and you're willing to continuously grow, then let's have a conversation. But I love to talk to the people that are where I want to be, because I can learn so much from those people. I can soak it up like a sponge. Instead of SpongeBob, I'm Sponge Larry, because I soak up all the information because I want to learn. But small minds are going to just, a lot of times, even if you, and I've learned this too, I've shared dreams and visions with small minds, which I will not do anymore, because I didn't even realize I was doing this. I had to have one of my mentors tell me, hey man, stop wasting your time and your breath on these people, because they're comfortable. They're not trying to grow. Growth for them is just getting a couple $100 extra a month, maybe $1,000 a month, and that's it. That's growth for them. What you're trying to do, that's pennies on the dollar for you. I was like, you know what? You got a point. So why am I wasting my time? But I used to share my vision with quote unquote small minds, and they would, a lot would say, hey, that's great information. I'm going to, take that into consideration, but there's not going to be any action outside of me sharing this information with them. And then two, oh yeah, that's great. Well, that's cool. Like I despise having a conversation with somebody I'm getting 3-word responses from them. It's like, well, clearly you're not trying to have an intellectual discussion. So because then that's not opening the door for me to learn something from you. You know, like you can learn something from me, I can learn something from you. So that's the best way to look at it for me. The best way to avoid dying mentally is to not be around people who have a comfort zone, small-minded mentality, and to not share your dreams with comfort zone, small-minded people. Not thinking that I'm better than the comfort zone, small-minded people. If you're happy with your life, you're happy with your life. But you know, like people who are a great example, people that are prior service military are usually a lot more comfortable associating with prior service military people. People that are part of fraternities and sororities, it's the same thing. They want to associate with people that are on that level. People that are in the police department, medical field, they associate with people that are in the police department and medical field. So it's not looking down on anybody. It's who they are comfortable, not only just comfortable being with, but they can learn from each other on that aspect of that playing field, because that's where they are trajectory wise. I'm not a police officer, so I'm not trying to grow as a police officer, you know. And you know, it's like that's just what it is. It's all about your circle matters. All right, so do the great 3 free things: like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day, and as I always say, make money moves or you're gonna live broke like a fool. Take care.